So the approximations and errors in your numerical methods. So main advantage of numerical analysis is that the numerical answer can be obtained even when the normal methods fails or it is tough to find out the solution by using the analytical methods. So like if we have the so much complicated integrations which is not possible in a analytical way, so we can find out the integration by using the numerical analysis. So that means to solve complicated problem, we prefer your numerical techniques. Or the in numerical techniques, in analytical techniques, we get the exact answer, but in numerical techniques, we get the approximate solution always. So if there an the always there an error because the numerical methods or numerical techniques give you a approximate solutions only. So it may be approximate accurate up to 3 decimal, 4 decimal, 5 decimal, 10 decimal, but it is always be a approximate solution we say. So approximation and round of error. What are these errors? So many engineering or scientific problems we cannot obtain the analytical solution. In that we try for the numerical solutions. And numerical solution give you always approximate result. That's why we have some error in your numerical solutions. Which is approximate solution are very close to the analytical solution, but they have some difference. That difference is called your error. So only rarely given data are rejected since they originate from the measurement. So always in case of the measurement there is some probable error is there. So if some information or input information has some error, so obviously there is some error in the output results. So algorithm itself usually introduce error as well, because in when you go for the algorithms, you find some result that may include your some error like your round of errors. So if we round off sub quantity, so there is some error there also. So the output information will then contain error both of the sources because of the some input or because of the algorithm also. So it's our confident ki how much accurate input we are putting in our solution, we get the approximate solution as better. We put the inputs there. So the main question raised, how much error is present in our calculation and is it tolerable or not? So how we check that? That is depending upon the accuracy. Accuracy means how closely you compute or measure the value degree with the true value is exist. Means when you increase the accuracy, your result toward the exact solution at the center point is a process. So how much accurate your system is, that is important first. That second is precision value. So how much precision you are. Precision means every time you are trying for something and how closely you are approaching to that. So if in this first A figure your data is scattered, means you get the less precision value, but if you are more precision, that means your all the results are nearly same or nearly closer to each other, right? So its precision refer to how closely individual computed or measure the value agree with each other. So each time you are trying and you are approaching the closest results, so that is called the precision. So we must have good precision value, also we must have good accurate value, then we get the good results with the less number of errors, you may say. So bias refer to the systematically deviation of the value from the true value. So it is a systemic deviation from the true values. So the concept of your accuracy and precision are closely related with the significant digit. How much significant digit in your output. So accuracy referred the number of significant digit in the value, how much number of significant digits are present in your value. Like in your 32.186, we have the 5 significant digits here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So precisions refer to the number of decimal positions, that is the order of magnitude of the last digit in the value. For example, in this digits, your precision is your this last 3 decimal points. So the precision value is 0.001 in, or you may say 10 raised to power minus 3. So in numerical analysis, we also have some knowledge about the what is your significant digits, your, or you say significant figure. That means the number are those that can use with the confidence, or digit used to express the number. How much digit is required to express the your number? So we have certain rules for this. First rule is all non-zero digits are considered significant. So all non-zero should be considered as significant digit. Like in your 91, so we have 2 significant digits, and in your this 123, 123.45, we have 5 significant digits. So we count all non-zero digits here. Now when we consider 0 appearing anywhere between the non-zero digits are significant. So if 0 is lies between your significant digits, means non-zero digits, then you also consider them significant. Like in your 101.12, so here we have non-zero digits are 4, but this 0 lies between non-zero digits, so we consider this also. So we have 5 significant digits here. Now leading 0 are not significant. Leading 0 means a 0 before the significant digits. Like here 0.00052. So has 2 significant digits only. So digit before the non-zero digits is not considered as significant digits. So your trailing 0 following a decimal point are significant. So after your decimal points, if we have the trailing 0, like in your 12.2300 has 6 significant numbers, because your 23 after these number we have 2 zeros, also 0 if they are exist after the decimal points, right? Like in your this 4.50, here also we have 3 significant digits because this 0 is after the decimal point. 65.1 we have 3 significant digits, and 0.230 in also we have the 3 significant digits. So in a large number without a decimal point, like your 4,300 are not significant. So these zeros are not here. So we have only 43 or 43, two number are significant here. So few example for the significant number: 43 two significant, 4,300 also two significant. But if we use the decimal here, so that is about regarding precision value. So if you use decimal here, the value of these number are same, but significant digit in 4,300 are 2, but 4,300 decimal 0 have the 4 significant digits. So this is 4 significant digit in third. Now here in this we can rewrite this as your 4.300. 10 raised to power 3. So here also we have the 4 significant digit because the leading 0 are after decimal points. So similarly 5 have the 3 number, and your 4.3 has 2 significant digits. Okay, so after that we may discuss in your coming class, right? So I'm stopping this here only.